Today, I'm going to be answering a question I've been getting a lot recently, and that is, which characters am I most excited to play in Mortal Kombat 1? With the game being just about a week away from release, we have a pretty good idea as to what the entirety of the base roster looks like from a gameplay perspective through trailers, betas, live streams, all that good stuff. There's really no script or anything like that for this one. I kind of just jotted down some notes here. It's going to be a very chill video, so sit back and let's just get into it with number 3, and that's going to be Rain. Now, without question, the second Rain is announced in any game, I'm automatically going to play him. He's just been one of my favorite MK characters since day one. No matter how he plays, whether he's a zoner like he's listed as an MK1 or an MK11 kind of up-close beatdown character, I'm going to play Rain no matter what. But with that, as I just said, they did list him as a zoner in Mortal Kombat 1. But at the same time, when I was looking at Rain's gameplay, I feel like he's one of those characters where you can kind of do both. But the thing that made me gravitate towards Rain so much, and I just know I'm going to spend so much time in practice mode with this character, is how trap and setup heavy he is. And the two parts of that is really the water portals, where you can kind of teleport around and set up portals like you're literally playing Portal, but also the ground whirlpool. When I saw that, immediately my head went right to Hunter Predator from MKX, which was one of my favorite characters in any fighting game, period. I loved playing Hunter Predator. If you guys did not play MKX, Hunter Predator was all about setups, mix-ups, overheads, lows, setups, combos, like strings that just went on for hours, it felt like, because you could just keep catching your opponent with the low trap. And that's kind of where this whole like obsession with trap-based characters came from me. And then in MK11, we really didn't get much of that. So to see it with Rain was so cool, man. Like, automatically my brain just started going into all the different, I haven't even played the game yet, and I was already thinking of all these different traps and portal and whirlpool setups with Rain. As soon as I saw that live stream and gameplay breakdown, I was hooked. I was like, finally a trap character that I can just mess around with in practice mode, come up with the most obscene and heinous traps and portals that I possibly can to use online. I feel like Rain is going to have a lot of layers. Like, I feel like there's going to be people that just play him as a zoner. There's going to be people that try to play him as up close. I feel like he's going to be one of those characters that you can just use anywhere based on your playstyle, and it's going to end up working. But what I love about Rain from what I'm seeing is I feel like this character is going to have a massive skill ceiling. You're going to be able to tell who's been sitting in practice mode for 7 hours straight just doing portals and whirlpool setups with Rain. Not to mention, no matter what Rain played like, I was going to play him. He's been one of my favorite characters literally since like the beginning. And he just looks so good in this game. As soon as I saw that he was like more of like a mage and not a ninja, at first, I was kind of like, you know, I kind of like the whole ninja thing. But the way he just uses water and uses the staff and all the different special moves and the way that even his normal buttons look, it just looks so interesting to me that I have to take this character into practice mode. And not only that, they said that he's a zoner, but he has a double overhead that can be mixed up with a low whirlpool ground trap, as well as, like, don't even get me started on all the different cameos and stuff like that we've seen. Even just in the combat cast that they broke down Rain where they used Striker as a cameo, automatically there was overhead low mix-ups instantly. And for a quote-unquote zoning character, having overhead low mix-ups like that, I mean, dude, I feel like the potential is insane with Rain. And again, that's kind of why, like, I'm gravitating towards him at number 3 here, is because I love a character with a high skill ceiling. I love characters in fighting games where you're like, you can tell that somebody has been playing and putting in the hours with a certain character, you know? Like, anybody can really pick up a character, press some buttons, do some throws, hit a fatal blow. But I feel like with Rain specifically, once someone gets nasty with him, all the different portals and things like that, it's just going to be so much fun to watch. You're going to be able to do so much flashy stuff with them, no pun intended, and I just can't wait to try him out. I've been waiting for a straight up trap and setup character since MKX. MK11, we really didn't have much of that. Maybe you had like Frost, and I mean, I'm not even going to talk about Aaron Black's trap. We're not going to do that. But to finally have a setup character with teleporting portals, as well as a low whirlpool, and in the base kit alone having a double overhead, there's just so much that can happen with Rain, and I just know I'm going to waste so much time sitting in practice mode for hours just messing around with portals. Next up on the list is a no-brainer for me. It's going to be Raiden. He's been my main in MKX. He was my main in MK11. He's one of my all-time favorite characters in the MK universe. Again, another character, no matter how Raiden plays, I'm going to end up playing him. I always end up maining Raiden. I don't know why. Even when I tell myself I'm not playing Raiden in this game, I end up maining Raiden. Like, it's ridiculous. In MK11, you guys seen the videos, Raiden all day. For me, realistically, I just love teleport characters in fighting games, man. There's really nothing better than a teleport character, and you're already seeing that with our first two, right? Rain has those like portal teleports. It seems like from the gameplay, Raiden just has his regular teleport. Maybe they add more to it. We haven't really seen much yet, but Raiden just looks so sick in every single game. The lightning combos are always so swaggy. They sound good. They look good. Raiden is just such a great character no matter what. They never get Raiden wrong. And what's also really cool about Raiden, and we're kind of having to base a lot of this off of, we haven't seen like any gameplay breakdowns. So a lot of this is kind of just based off of like aesthetics. I love how it's the younger version of Raiden. Like I feel like every single game in Mortal Kombat, at least off the top of my head, it's been like that older, matured, elder god version of Raiden. But I love that now he's like a young kid almost, it seems like. And there's like a level of immaturity to his moveset as opposed to that usual matured, like been here, done that Raiden. It's almost like there's like a Raiden that has a point to prove. And I feel like we're gonna see that in his moveset and his gameplay style. And I really, really, really like that. But what it comes down to is I just love Raiden. I love the lightning moves, and I'm a fiend for a teleport, man. That's literally why I played Raiden in MK11, was because he was the only character damn near with a good teleport. But again, not much to say on Raiden, but I will be playing the life out of this character. And this is another thing. MK11 kind of did it. I'm just throwing this out there. If Raiden has different colored lightning again, like different skins give him different colored lightning, it's a wrap. I'm only playing Raiden. I love that, man. MK11, you had the blue lightning Raiden, you had red lightning, and you had green lightning. And I feel like the possibilities are endless. Like, just please give him different colored lightning. Like, that's all I'm asking. This isn't really like a wish list video, but man, do I want that. But now let's cut to an honorable mention real quick before we get into number one. That honorable mention is going to be Havoc. Now, we have very, very limited Havoc gameplay. I'm sure they're going to show something probably in the next couple days, maybe even the day this comes out. We'll probably see something with Havoc. Off what I've seen in like the few clips you're seeing in this video, he does not seem to fit my playstyle. Just off what I'm seeing, I don't think I'm going to like Havoc's playstyle. He seems really slow and a bit of a heavy hitter. And for me, that doesn't work with me. I'm a lot about like the teleports and quick, fast movement, stuff like that. If you guys go way back on my channel, I made a Mortal Kombat 11 DLC wishlist video before Mortal Kombat 11 even came out. And you know who was on there? Havoc. I've wanted Havoc in a game literally since the 3D era. Always such a sick character. Really, really liked him. And what they've done with his design in MK1 is just so sick. Like, if you look closely at some of his moves, the way he walks, the way he attacks, like, it's all just so very bizarre and kind of like abstract. And I just love that. I think that's so badass. Again, we have not seen much on him. I'm definitely going to try him out. I feel like I'm going to suck with Havoc. And maybe I shouldn't go into a game thinking that I'm going to be terrible with a character. But I'll tell you what, I feel like I'm going to have a great time playing him. And I can't wait to see the skins that they put for this character, man. Even just his base design alone looks so good. I can't wait to see what they do. And finally, at our number one spot, it is going to be Human Smoke. It didn't matter what his playstyle was going to be. The second that I saw Smoke was announced, it was over. Main character, locked in. I don't care. Like, I love Scorpion. I love Raiden. Can't wait to play Rain. I don't care. Smoke, number one. All day. The second I download that game and I can open up Mortal Kombat 1, I am selecting Smoke, I'm going into practice mode, and I'm not moving for 4 hours from there. Human Smoke is my all-time favorite MK character. And I know I've said that with like every character in this list so far, but number one is Human Smoke. Again, Human Smoke. If he was Cyborg Smoke, I would still play him, but he wouldn't be at number one. But I've literally been saying since Mortal Kombat 9, if Human Smoke ever makes another appearance, that's it. I am not playing another character. I will put all my time and effort into Smoke. But then that even goes further once I saw the actual gameplay breakdown and his moveset and how he operates and what his playstyle is. There's just so much style. There's so much swagger to his moveset. All the different teleports, the smokes, the way he moves. And I feel like since he has such like a in-your-face crazy playstyle, I even think they said he doesn't have technically a projectile. I know he has like that anti-air one, but they said that he doesn't even have a projectile. So there's just gonna be so much room for cameo customization, which I haven't really talked about much in this video yet. Just kind of been talking about the characters. But I feel like with Smoke, the cameo customization is just gonna bring layers to this character that are gonna be so addicting. Like, I already love that rush down, teleport in, just do crazy mix-ups, get your opponent to the corner, literally just overwhelm them with smoke bombs, teleports, cancels, all this crazy stuff. And now we're gonna be able to mix in all the different cameos. And I feel like that goes for every character, right? Like, every character is gonna have so many layers added to them just because the cameo mechanic is in the game. But I feel like with Smoke, it's just gonna work so well because he has such like a specific rush down, crazy psycho playstyle that adding any other cameo to it is really just gonna take him to the next level. And not to mention, again, I was sold on Smoke the second they announced him. They didn't have to show me gameplay. I'm sold. I got my main. I'm good. But then they tell me that this guy has invisible 50/50s. How that's gonna play out, I have no idea. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. I am ready to learn and find out. If there's two things I love in a fighting game, it's traps and setups and 50/50s, overhead low mix-up. The fact that Smoke does overhead low mix-up in his base kit is already great, but now he's invisible. You're telling me I can jump into ranked, go invisible, and mix people up low overhead. Don't even get me started, okay? Because that right there is everything I could ever hope for. Oh my goodness, man. I cannot wait. Out of all the different things in Mortal Kombat 1, you have invasion mode, story mode, ranked, all the different cameos, all the different base rosters. I just can't wait to go invisible teleport in, and just overhead low mix up people to no end. That's the only thing I can't wait for. What I also really like about Smoke is he has a lot of ways to get in, right? Not only does he want to be in, he has ways to get in. There's nothing worse in a fighting game than getting zoned out, right? And Smoke just has a sick teleport, multiple sick teleports, an overhead one, just a straight shot across the stage one, make a read on the projectiles, punish your opponent. Oh my goodness, that's gonna be the most satisfying thing ever. So those are the 3 characters I cannot wait to play in Mortal Kombat 1. So again, we have Rain, Raiden, Smoke, and the honorable mention Havoc. So now let me know down in the comments. Let's get a conversation going. Which characters are you most excited to play? There is a ton of sick characters. I didn't even talk about any of the DLC from Combat Pack 1 just because we haven't seen anything on them yet. When we eventually see gameplay and stuff, I'll make videos on them. But just in terms of the base roster, I am so excited, man. I just know that like the first 3 days, I'm going to spend so much time in practice mode with Smoke, Raiden, and Rain, just having a grand old time, and I can't wait. But yeah, let me know down in the comments which characters you're most excited to play. Again, we got like less than a week by the time you guys are seeing this for Mortal Kombat 1 to come out. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are too. And I'll see you in MK1.